Hello, you're back with Tony V here on Healing Art, or as I always say, art that has the potential to help you heal yourself. So, yeah, video 6 we are on now. So we're past the halfway mark, but we're going to go a little bit more esoteric with this one. So if we've been stretched already talking about multidimensionality and your ego and how all of that and understanding all of that can help heal you, then we're going to go a deeper step in. So hang on to your seats because what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about Atlantis. Now, what is Atlantis? We've sort of heard of it. I think there's been the odd movie made about it. But Atlantis is said to be an ancient civilization that lived before the last ice age on a sort of an island that was hung out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It's actually said that the Azores, for example, and Madeira are two little bits of Atlantis. They were sort of mountains in Atlantis times, and now Atlantis has sort of sunk below the ocean, and these two points that stick out are actually from the ancient part of Atlantis, and actually they have some very unique flora and fauna on them which doesn't exist anywhere else on the planet, a bit like the Galapagos does as well. So this is quite an interesting thing to study. But look, whether we believe this stuff or not, that an ancient island lived there and then it sunk, and a civilization actually lived there with multifaceted human-like people, just like, you know, humans today are multifaceted. There's all different types of us. We're very diverse in the way we experience and show in life. So, you know, if there was this sort of a civilization that existed in ages gone before us, it's sort of argued that they were very, very advanced. And it's sort of argued that they, you know, this is again the science view of, say, the Egyptian pyramids, is that they were built about 4,000 years ago. There are other people who believe they're much, much older than that, and that they believe that they weren't built by slaves sort of levering these gigantic stones of, you know, 20, 30 tons into position. They were put in that position by using a technology that we don't actually have access to today. So we're talking about a civilization that was actually further advanced than ourselves as we are today, but actually died out and created a situation where they sort of imploded. Now, a few survived, and a few people survived, and that's how the pyramids and various other things, Stonehenge potentially, those sorts of monolithic type things were created. So I agree that we're out there in the very esoteric, that's definitely not the provable zone. But if this civilization did exist, it would be fair to say that they used language and symbology to, you know, help in their environment that they created for themselves. So the symbols that are seen on these paintings have got some energy about them that has been long and lost. So I know that sounds very out there, but this symbol here that looks a bit like an S is said to be an ancient an Atlantean symbol, and this symbol has a meaning to it, and it's got a very healing energy to it. So it's called life healing source energy, and that's why we call this, one of the reasons we call this healing art, yeah, because this symbol is performing a role. Now, this particular symbol is really all about bringing feminine energy into balance. So it's drawing feminine energy into the recipient of this seeing this symbol or experiencing this symbol, and it's balancing it out with the masculine energy. Now, my experience today is that masculine and feminine energy on this planet with humans is massively at war with each other. They're definitely not in balance. So individually we have to ask ourselves, is my feminine and masculine energy in balance? Now, as I talk about my 47 years of not understanding or knowing any of this, I definitely discovered on my journey that my feminine and masculine energy was massively out of balance, and it was giving me a huge amount of pain. Now, this pain showed up in the area of my life, primarily my relationship life, where I had a lot of pain, but also in other areas of my life where these two energies were not working, equally together. They were massively at war with each other, sort of inside of myself. And as I learned to balance these energies, I've got a whole new life experience go on. So this symbology that I learned, this symbolism that I've expressed in the paintings, each painting has its own symbol for bringing different life energies to the recipient of it, is actually a very powerful part of the painting. And this is part of what helped me balance this masculine and feminine energy in me out. So if that's not too far out for you, could a symbol that's an ancient symbol from a Atlantean environment that we don't even know that existed because there's no proof and evidence, could that potentially help you on a journey of healing your emotionality? Because look, if your masculine and feminine energy is out of balance, trust me, your emotionality is going to be out of balance as well. I absolutely know that from my old world before I started to really learn this stuff that, as I say, you're never going to be taught at school. Mainstream science doesn't even believe in it. So you're never going to learn it unless you step into this world where you go, yeah, look, some of this sounds crazy, but actually, how would it be I try it on, see what happens, and experience it, because the learnings that you're going to have from it are definitely going to be experiential. They're not going to be factual, logical, or anything like that. So yeah, if that's something that resonates with you, then we're into a very esoteric part of us that has this potential to help us heal ourselves. So that's it from Healing Art today. The next video is I'm going to actually start talking more about the crystal, this particular crystal being a tiger's eye, and how having this on this image is actually affecting its energy and ultimately affecting our energy if we are in the presence, or we're looking at, or however we utilize this to heal ourselves. So that's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye for now.